Welcome back to my channel, The Queen Phoenix. The beautiful pattern in front of you is called the Clover stitch. Perfect for shawls or a summer scarf. I'd also use this to make a beach or a swimming pool wrap. Please excuse the noise. I will pause this video for a bit. Okay, noise gone. That was the neighbors. Alarm going off. So as I was saying, it's perfect also for a shawl. And let me know in the comments what you'd use the stitch for. So let's make the stitch. Let me move this out of the way. You will start this pattern with a multiple of 5 chain or 5 stitches. You're going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to make 30. Just so that I can show you how this pattern looks, the beginning and the ending of the rows. Once you have your 30, you're immediately going to make the first row, which consists of skipping the first 4 chain. So it's 2, 3, 4, and into the 5th chain, you're going to work 2 trebles. Please be advised, the chain you skipped, the 4, counts as 1 treble. So that's a chain of 4 and 2 trebles. In the next, skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to work in the 5th chain 3 trebles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 5th one, I'm making 3 trebles. Once I've made my first 3 trebles, I'm going to make a picot with 3 chain. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of my stitch. Then I'm going to work 2 trebles into that same stitch. Yes, I did say same. So you should have a total of 5 trebles in 1 stitch. Now you're going to skip the next 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next one, the 5th one, you will work again 3 trebles. And this is the repeat. Skip 4, into the 5th work 3 trebles, a picot, then 2 more trebles into the same stitch. You will repeat this until you come to the last 5 chain on your hook. So the repeat is 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 4 into the 5th stitch, make 3 double crochets, a picot. I'm sure you hear the dog barking. That is further along one of my neighbor's dogs. And 2 trebles into the very same stitch. Again, skip 4 into the 5th one, 3 trebles, chain 3, and make a picot. and 2 more trebles into the exact same stitch. Once you have your last 5 chain remaining, skip 4 chain, and into the very last one you're going to work 3 trebles. This is row 1. For row 2, chain 5 and turn your work. Skip the first 3 stitches, which are the trebles that you just made on the previous row. In the space between the trebles, so you got your 3 trebles and then you've got your 5 trebles. In the space, you are going to work 1 treble, chain 2, and another treble, all in that same space. Chain 2. One moment, my yarn decided to make a knot. Okay, there we go. Chain 2, skip the 5 trebles and work in the space. 1 treble, a chain of 2, and another treble. Repeat that until you come to the end of your row. Chain 2, skip 5, work a treble, chain 2, another treble in the same space, chain 2, skip 5, in the next space, the exact same thing, a treble, chain 2, and a treble. You'll repeat this all the way across. When you get to this, now you can see you're coming to the end of your row. So you have your 5 double crochet, 5 trebles that you're going to skip. You're going to make the same treble and a chain 2 and another treble in that space. To finish the row, you're going to chain 1 and work a treble into the chain 4 that you started the previous row with. So that there's the chain 4, and I've made 1 treble. This is row 2 done. For row 3, you're going to chain 4 and turn your work. You're going to skip the first chain space into the 2 chain space between the trebles. You're going to work 3 trebles. I'm sure you're catching on to exactly how this pattern is going to work for this row. You're going to make a 3 chain picket, and 2 more trebles into that same space. Your repeat for the row is skip the chain 2 space into the next chain 2 space that's between the trebles. You're going to work 3 trebles, a picket. Once you're done with your picket, you're going to make 2 more trebles into the exact same space, and you will continue to work like that until you come to the end of your row. I'm working the last set of trebles. So now I'm at the end of the row where I have the chain 4, and you're going to work 1 treble into the 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. There goes my 4th one right there. I think I have one down. Yes, I put it in the wrong stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the treble. And this is the last row, or excuse me, the row 3. And this is how far we've come. For row 4, you're going to chain 5, turn your work. 1 treble into the very first stitch. Chain 2. Skip these 5 stitches. And into the space between the trebles, you're going to work 1 treble, a chain of 2, and another treble. You will repeat this until you come to the end of your row. Chain 2, skip 5, into the space between a treble, chain 2, and another treble, all into that space. Continue to work into that in this manner until you get to the end of your row. When you get to the end of your row, you'll have your 5 treble and chain stitches at the end. Chain 2 and into the 4th chain, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Please work 1 treble, chain 2, and 1 more treble. That is row 4 complete. For row 5, chain 4 and turn your work. 2 trebles into the chain space. So you will work 2 trebles into your chain space. Into that first chain 2 space, that's where you're working the trebles. Then you're going to skip the chain 2 space and into the next 2 chain space that is between the trebles, you will work 3 trebles, a picot, and 2 more trebles into that same space. Your repeat is skip the 2 chain, work in the 2 chain between the trebles. You will work 3 trebles, a chain 3 picot, and 2 more trebles, all into that same space. You will repeat that until you come to the end of your row. Into your final spacing, right here, you will work three trebles. I nearly said tree as in an actual tree, but I mean 3. This is row 5. Your repeat is to repeat rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 until you reach your desired length. So you will start with row 2 by chaining 5 and turn your work and continue to work until you get to how long you would like your project to be. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Let me know in the comments what you think. I hope you have an awesome day. This is the Queen Phoenix out. I'll catch you on the next video.